Good morning, Lagos, Nigeria. Compliments of the season to you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you and yours. Welcome to the second part of Dailies today here on Nigeria Info 99.3. Right. I'm Sheriff Quadry. Yep, we've got the papers here. You can watch the show on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch the show on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3. Search for that and you'll be able to watch online. Let me know what you think about these headlines. Let's start with the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. I've got this banner story that reads, Dry season farming suffers as dams infrastructure collapses. Dry season farming suffers as dams infrastructure collapses. The writer says farmers resort to boreholes, wells. That's the writer to that story. If you want to read further, please go ahead and pick up the Trust and read further. Let's take another story here that says corruption must be fought from the top, says Obasanjo. That story is on page 6. Corruption must be fought from the top, says Obasanjo, page 6 of the Daily Trust newspaper for you today. So we're going to move on quickly now. Let's go take a look at some stories in the inside pages. We're going to start with City and Crime, the Metro, for you today. Retired PAMSEC stabbed to death in Niger. Retired PAMSEC stabbed to death in Niger. That story is on page 25 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. How 4-year-old stolen child from Rivers School was found in Abuja. How 4-year-old stolen child from Rivers School was found in Abuja. Story is right here. 2 siblings die after eating cassava meal in Abuja. Story is also here on page 24 of the Trust newspaper, Daily Trust newspaper. If you like to read, you can pick up the Daily Trust and read further. I'm going to drop the Trust right away. Let's quickly go and take, before we drop the Trust, let's take a look at the editorial. Suspend tax bills to get buy-in of all. Suspend tax bills to get buy-in of all. That's the editorial in the Trust today. So let's drop the Trust. Let's go pick up the Punch newspaper. Lakurawa, Nigeria. Neighbors begin offensive against new terror group. That story is on page 8 of the Punch newspaper. Lakurawa, Nigeria. Neighbors begin offensive against new terror group. The writer, DHQ vows to block security gaps as Nigeria, Chad, Niger hold joint military operations. You can find the story on page 8 of the Punch newspaper for you today. So we're going to take this one here that dominated the media, global media over the weekend. Syrian rebels oust Assad, end 60-year family rule. That story is on page 36. Syrian rebels oust Assad, end 60-year family rule. It's on page 36 of the Punch newspaper for you today. If you like to pick up the paper, please do and read further. So let's take this story. We're on the Metro page of the Punch right away. Suspected trafficker arrested with 7.40 kilograms cannabis hidden in pressure machines. Suspected trafficker arrested with 7 kg of cannabis hidden in pressure machines. Story is on the Metro page of the Punch newspaper. India arrests 3 Nigerians for cyber fraud. India arrests 3 Nigerians for cyber fraud. It's on the Metro page of the Punch newspaper. Police to grill officers for extorting 1 million naira from Enugu traveler in machines. Police to grill officers for extorting 1 million naira from Enugu traveler in machines. I don't understand that, but you can read that story further in the Punch newspaper. Let's take a sneak peek into the story. The Enugu State Police Command said it should prosecute officers attached to the Okunamawa Police Station, Gariki, who were accused of extorting a traveler in the state. The victim's brother had on Saturday raised the alarm on X.com with handle stating that the officers stopped an interstate commercial bus his brother was in. He alleged that his brother was thereafter kidnapped and taken to an unknown village where the sum of 1 million naira was extorted from him. Nigerian police officers they quoted him there, right? So you can read further. Maybe they meant to write ATM or something. I don't know what the machine is doing there, but that's the story in the Punch newspaper on Metro page of the Punch. Okay, this is another really weird story. Sexagenarian trapped in Lagos well, hospitalized. Sexagenarian trapped in Lagos well, Konga. Hospitalized. A 63-year-old man, Akin Kuboye, has been hospitalized after being trapped in a 120-meter deep well in the Gondo area of Lagos State on Sunday. The director of the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, Margaret Adeshaye, confirmed the incident in a statement on Sunday. Adeshaye noted that Kuboye was carrying out repair work inside the well when he got trapped, thereby raising concerns among residents. Okay. All right. Stories on page 5, that's Metro page of the Punch newspaper. We're going to drop the Metro page. Let's go to The Guardian this morning. The Guardian is here. Tax reform bills. States eye 180% hike in VAT earnings amid push for fiscal federalism. And The Guardian, they have these infographics on the front page of the paper. You would be able to understand, at least to a large extent, what the tax debate is all about. VAT growth trend since increase 7.5. You see it there, what VAT was in 2021, what it is in 2024. It moves from 2.07 trillion in 2021 to 6.36 trillion in 2024. That's some huge amount of money right there concerning the VAT. You see the breakdown there as well. Let's move on to other stories this morning. You have failed workers. Labour group flays NLC TUC. That story is on page 9. You have failed workers. Labour group flays NLC TUC. Page 9 of the Guardian newspaper. Where is that other one? Maybe there was one other labor center that was formed. What's their name again? Can't even remember. Where are they? I mean, I'm just okay. Let's move on. They've been okay. Let's move on. NCDC tells health facilities to intensify checks for SARS-CoV-2 variant. NCDC tells health facilities to intensify checks for SARS-CoV-2 variant. That's COVID variant. Let's take another one. Ghana's electoral process inspired by Nigeria, says INEC. Okay, we hear you. That's on page 4 of the Guardian newspaper. That's Ghana's electoral process inspired by Nigeria, says INEC. Story is on page 4. You know, Ghana elected there. Had their presidential election there over the weekend. Okay. Minister, operators, FCCPC Baker over airfare pricing, regulatory rights. That story is on page 6. I honestly do think that airliners in Nigeria they are not being fair to air travelers. I honestly do think, sincerely do think that, without no sentiment or anything. I think the airliners are not being fair to Nigerians, because they will tell you that taxes are what is taking bulk of the money and chunk of the money and everything, but still, you are not being fair to air travelers in Nigeria here. Apart from the airfare, then you now cancel flight anyhow you like, with no apology, with nothing, with no notice. You make people lose their appointment. You make people lose, valuable time. You make people suffer and go through a whole lot just because they paid for ticket to fly. Yeah, and the regulators, they would have to take a chunk of the blame, actually. because I'm not sure they're doing what they're supposed to do in that regard. Really, maybe they are, but they're not doing enough. We can't feel it. The Nigerian flying public can't feel it. Funding weak political will bedeviling varsity system. That story is on page 8. Funding weak political will bedeviling varsity system, page 8 of the Guardian newspaper. I am going to quickly drop the Guardian right away. Now I have to come. It's 7:42 already. My time to come take your thoughts this morning. I still have the Daily Sun on the table and the Nation on the table this morning. But in the meantime, it's time for me to come take your thoughts. All right. 0201-277-0993 for male callers. Female callers can call 0201-465-71904 for the female callers. If you're watching online, drop me a comment on our live stream on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch if you're not already watching. You can also drop me a tweet on x.com at Nigeria Info FM on x.com, right? WhatsApp is 0809-597-5805 on WhatsApp. Now, everybody has got 60 seconds to share their thought with me. 60, all right? Okay, let's get started. Good morning to you. Morning.
Hello. Good morning, Kofi.
Yes, please. Morning to you.
Bless you. Yeah, well, you are welcome. Good to hear from you again.
Mm-hmm.
See, what is the process of we saying that Ghana did not learn from Nigeria? And you people will say, why? Is it not true? They learned from Nigeria. How do they learn? During the last election of the presidential election, there were a lot of technical glitches robbery, which they have learned that there's technical glitches robbery that INEC of Nigeria did in their presidential election. So they went back to their own presidential election and they learned from the technical glitches robbery that was done in Nigeria, and they stood against it by the opposition party. You can hear what that man said. He said, when you opposition party go to sleep, that is when the election can be rigged. But they learned that INEC can rig election in Nigeria with technical glitches. So it's not going to happen in their own time. That's in their own place. That is why Ghana learned from Nigeria and they stopped it, and it couldn't happen there. So I agree with you. What you said. They learned from the robbery that was done in the Nigeria election.
Thank you.
They could not allow that robbery that was done by INEC in Nigeria election to have its place in the Ghana election.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. Good morning to you. Good morning. Yes, please. Morning to you.
My name is Adesati.
Your name is what?
Adesati.
Okay,
from
welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think I want to contribute to this.
Let's hear you quickly. What's your story?
Election.
Okay.
Yeah. Surely they learn from Nigeria election, and they learn very well because Nigeria election is one of the best in West Africa. We have a lot of problem. Nigeria is highly populated. We have over 200 million Nigerians, large span area, different character, different culture, different mindset. But in Ghana, it's not like that. I saw the Ghana results on the screen of one of the television, and it was like a 1 million and 1 million votes that brought in the new president. Can you believe that? And they didn't show us their electronic code, electronic system of voting. We don't know about it. Maybe they use electronic voting. Maybe they use hand voting. So that is the difference. Nigeria is now using electronic voting, and yet we see reach up to 20 million voters that voted for Nigeria, our president. So we are saying that they are learning from Nigeria, and that is good. So we shouldn't be rating Nigerian system. Government should continue to uphold the Nigerian system.
Thank you.
That is the best thing.
Thank you. Thank you for calling me. Appreciate it. I just like to correct something that Nigeria is using. We are not using electronic voting. We're still voting manually. What we're doing is to accredit voters electronically. We're not, again, I repeat, we're not using electronic voting. That is not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing, okay? Please get that. Good morning to you. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, please.
This is Sugo.
Welcome.
From Jakode. First of all, I have to thank God for Kofi coming in to release you. About last 2 weeks, I was sorry for you, how you are running all the lines. Thank God for your
Thank you. Thank you.
So, yeah, Ghana experience and Nigeria problem. You know, what I have to say is this. Let Ghana learn only the good things from Nigeria. Because that thing that Mahmoud went to say is contrary to what he did here. We are so good to go out and say things that are so pleasant, but inwardly, what are we doing? We copy system and we give people, they go and practice it and they work out for them. But when we have it here, we also undermine it. That election he gave us, was it the best? So they should stop parading as if Nigeria has given Ghana one good show. No, Ghana may practice it good because of the system they have practiced, they have there. But what of in Nigeria? If he comes here, it turns the other way around. If Nigeria goes to another country, he begins very fine. When he comes here, it's just the system we undermine the person. In fact, the problem is systematic. And I know that one day something is going to happen. Thank you.
Thank you too for calling. Appreciate your time. 7:47. Let's take this call, then we go to social media to go take some reactions from there. Good morning to you. Morning.
Yeah, this Friday from Igbeleri.
I'm struggling to hear you.
Oh, Ghana, this Friday from Igbeleri.
All right, it's better now.
Ghana election inspired by Nigeria INEC. I don't know which of the INEC. See, Sheriff, I'm not even bothered about.
How many INEC do you have?
Hello?
How many INECs do you have?
I say I'm not bothered about the president and the governor election. See, Sheriff, go and look at the governor and the chairman and the councillor election. Any state that APC is the governor, you see APC winning all the councillor in that state. Those state now, all the councillor and the chairman, they are for PDP. Go and check the next election now. Since APC is in power now, APC will come and sweep everywhere. Even those that perform, except they cross to APC, they will not retain their seat. Are we conducting election in Nigeria? We are not conducting election. We are just electing people. No, we are not conducting election. They should stop saying things that get us angry, Sheriff. Thank you very much.
Thank you to you for calling me. I appreciate it. And yes, we've always criticized that type of, that brand of politics where the party in power wins all the seats in the local government. And it's not APC alone. The latest one that they did, what state is that? It was in Enugu. Or where was that? You know, the other party that, that party that, I can't even remember their name. They won all the local government. They cleared it, right? When PDP was in power as well, they will do the same thing. The states that PDP are ruling, PDP also will clear the entire, seats. The councillorship, the local government, that's the brand of politics that we play. So it is not about APC. Again, it is about the kind of system that we practice, the kind of our own brand of democracy where winner takes all. That is what we should fault, not APC. When your favorite party comes on board, that's the same thing your favorite party will do. It's the same thing the favorite party will do. And that's your reality. I'm just going to go. Let's go take some messages now. We have some comment here. Let's start with this one that says, Corey says, Edo State election no be election at all. Na selection. High neck kudos. Okay, he says high neck. He played with the words there. Let's go to WhatsApp quickly now. It says, a comment by INEC chairman on the Ghanaian elections is a joke taken too far. Okay. All right. I'm going to take another one here that says, Ghana copied and it was done perfectly. Come to your own. That's what he said. Morgan from Iba sent that in on WhatsApp. Morgan, thank you. I've got a Pella for sure from our girl who says they are congratulating others, but when it comes to our own elections, they will grab it and run away. Then tell you to go to court if you're not satisfied. Ordinary local government elections, no other party will win except the ruling party in Nigeria. Exactly. Abia case was different because the governor chose not to take it by force. So Abia case, I think that's the case I mentioned. It was no different. There is no difference in Abia case. You may think that the governor, didn't want to take it by force, but you're wrong. You are sorely wrong. It's the same thing that happened in Abia, if that's the party that I was referring to. It's the same thing. Because that's not the only political party that exists in Abia State. There are other political parties there. There is the ruling party there. People don't know how politics is played in this country. You're still defending, indefensible. I beg you. Let me take this one here that says, just imagine that Ghana is learning from Nigeria by Mamadou Oh, Yakub. Okay, Yakub, that's what you're trying to say, Abby. I don't know what Ghana will learn from a corrupt country like Nigeria. I went to Alaba International Markets last Friday to buy goods, and after buying, I tried for more than 2 hours in making transfer, but no network. I have to approach Access Bank in the market to withdraw cash, but I was told there is no cash. Okay, can I obtain ATM card? I was told that there is no network. I have to come without. I have to come without the goods I bought. Is that what Ghana? Oh, okay. So you are just pained about what happened to you, not about the elections. Look, I'm sorry about what happened to you, but this is not what we're talking about, right? You're just pained about the elections, right? About your goods and the network and everything. I mean, you go to fault the banks, right? Don't. This is not Nigeria. It's the banks that you're going to fault for this one. Yeah, and I think that'd be painful. Yeah, so I understand why you had to squeeze that in. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, please.
My name is Usman for Balade.
Welcome, Usman. Welcome.
How did Alex Momodu Abi?
Mahmoud Yakubu.
Yeah, Momodu.
It's Mahmoud.
Copy Nigeria. Yesterday, they do Saturday. They announced the winner yesterday. Do you say go to court? Did you say Momodu? You go America, say the election run for there. Between for potential one, and does the for Nigeria here, you go sit down, you go the announce, you go say how to go break. They complete full 1 week to announce a Nigeria president. Other than the Mago finish, you say go to court. I better leave these people there. They don't know what to lead all these people.
Okay, all right. Thank you for calling. Appreciate it. 7:53. Let's see who is here. Good morning to you.
Hello, Oga Sherry. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How was your weekend?
Good,
this
thank
market
you.
Woman.
Welcome.
Oga Sherry, we are not doing election. We are just displaying wickedness everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you too for calling. Appreciate it. Nigeria Info. Good morning to you. Morning.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah, morning.
Good morning, Mr. Sheriff.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Boyes, I'm calling from Afro Media.
Let's hear you.
Thank you. Ghana's election. Nigeria inspired them. What kind of inspiration is that? Honestly, I just the laugh. Like Obasanjo go talk. I just the laugh. What kind of inspiration? What do we have here? What example are we showing that somebody should learn? I beg, let them go sit down, Jerry. Thank you.
Thank you too for calling. Have a good one. Nigeria Info. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Mercy. I'm calling from Alimosho.
Welcome, Mercy.
Sheriff, fine. What this man is saying, Yakub, is not true. Did you hear that people carry cane and be flogging people that go to your state if you want to vote? If you are not voting for this particular party, don't come here. Did you hear it there? I beg you. Sorry, Jare.
All right, Mercy, thank you for calling me. Thank you. Nigeria Info, good morning to you. Morning. Okay, you're not here. Let's take another call now. Let's take another call as we prepare to round up on the show. Let's see who is here. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Godwin. I'm calling you from Udi Diruku.
Welcome, Mr. Godwin.
Yeah. My headline is not the election in Ghana or whatever.
Okay.
It's the police obtaining money from a Nigerian.
That's right.
I think it is high time they really call or do some kind of screening, a thorough screening in this Nigerian police force. How can we spend our money, earn money, be paying this police force, and still they cannot protect us? Instead of protecting us, they are even killing us, duping us, stealing us. Please, let the government find the modalities to fix this police force very well. If that section is being fixed, I think some other things will be better for us. We can say we are living in a same country, safe country. But looking at them doing all these things, it gives us no hope of protection. Please, that is my contribution. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your thought. Appreciate it. And you're spot on, really. Good morning to you.
Yes, Sharif, I greet you.
I salute you.
Let me disagree respectfully with President Obasanjo. Corruption should not be fought from the top. Corruption should be fought from the bottom. If we start fighting corruption from the bottom, at least most people that are there in the high places, they may not get there. We have seen people with questionable characters, people that are not supposed to be close to power. They got there because nobody checkmated them when they were starting. I can't forget what that former DSS man said that was in the House of Assembly one time, that he has, drug dealers and different kind of people with him here making laws for us. Because we did not checkmate them when they were coming into for contest for those public offices. So if we are serious about fighting corruption, let's start from the basis before they get there. Because when they get there, it will become another story. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you too for calling. Appreciate it. Lagos, this is where we'll leave it this morning. I'm going to leave the studio now for Kofi Battels to take you through the remaining hour of the morning crossfire here on Nigeria Info 99.3. Do not forget, at 4 p.m. today, we are back with the second semi-final match of the ongoing I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate Tournament. The debate comes to a close this week. Thursday, to be precise, we'll have a new winner of the tournament. Stay here on Nigeria Info 99.3. Good morning to you.
Babe, I've been calling
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.